Crep learned Squint! He's face down in the mud. I learned it! Good morning and happy weekend, everybody. So when last we chatted, we were playing Final Fantasy Renaissance. We were still getting wrecked, but I spent some time grinding off screen. So, and I also spent some time reading a little bit more about this particular mod. And one of the things that I was missing is everyone in the world will react differently based off which person is in the front of the party. So the game actually expects you to talk to everybody as the blue mage, because sometimes they'll be like, hey, I have a pet killer monster with a really cool attack. Do you want to fight it? So I should have been getting a lot of area effect spells before now, and those would have probably made a lot of things a lot easier. I also looked up where a whole bunch of summons were. I mean, I don't think the fighter is not much of a talker. The black mage isn't much of a talker, and the evoker doesn't. The evoker has to be in front to see the spirals, but I don't think he has to talk to everybody. I think the only person... They do say different things. Yeah, I know. So, like, I suppose there's flavor text you could miss, but I'm not above missing flavor text on a game this old. But yeah, the blue mage, I think, was the really important one, that whenever we go to a town, we should talk to everybody with the blue mage, just to make certain nobody's like, hey, you want to fight this monster? But at any rate, I did all that. I also got all of the summons that are currently available to us going around, and that was tricky. There were a few that we'd missed. So I think things are, well, there were a lot that we missed. I think the last time I was on, it was only Unicorn that we had, Unicorn and Goblin. So I think we're a lot better kitted out now. The game is still hard. I played a little bit just to see. And some of that is just, this is designed to be kind of like the ultimate Final Fantasy experience, but I think it's a lot more doable now. So I want to make real progress, and I think we can today. So without further ado, ooh, I don't know how loud that is on your guys. It is pretty loud for me. Right now we're in slightly harder than normal mode, I think. If you played the American version. I think the American version of Final Fantasy might have been nerfed compared to the Japanese version, so that might also be the difference. Yes. So if we go in and we look at our magic now, Grep has all kinds of heat stuff. So he's like got fire here, super fire here, and a really good blizzard one here. And then Canary has Kieran, which is a restoration spell, but Goblin is kind of his bread and butter. That's like the best fighting thing he's got, so it's best not to use that. Kate Sith is actually really useful against a bunch of small enemies, but Golem is amazing. So it gives you Stone Skin, and it just absorbs 20 plus the caster's level times 2 for everybody of physical damage and magic damage, I think. Unicorn is a healer, and then Rama is a very powerful lightning, but you have to wait an extra turn, which I'm not sure if that's worth it. So anyway, let's make sure we're all healed. We are all healed. Also, I got us silver swords, yay, and equipped them. And I think we've got... Is chain better than copper? I'm sure it is. Yeah. So yeah, I think we can get the Sus King's crown now. Monster Strike first, of course. Why not? Oh, I also bought a lot of potions. Skill, Warcry, magic. Oh, I also bought the Black Wizard spells too. But I think actually Kate Sith would be really useful right here. The sooner he does it, though. So that confuses everybody. Which turns them into that old schoolyard bullying, why you hitting yourself, why you hitting yourself. Silver swords ain't no joke either. Alright, I don't think we need to waste any more spells on Grimps. Nice. So yeah, very different game when you read the whole manual. Oh yeah, me too. This hit a 20 damage guy for one hit every time thing was not working for me. Nice. It is annoying that it seems like monsters strike first a lot. Oh, and we're poisoned, of course, why not? But, Unicorn, like I said, Rama is really powerful, but you have to waste a whole turn for it? I don't know. I don't think that that's worth it most of the time unless something is very weak to lightning. But Unicorn removes all status effects without using potions. I don't know, I didn't look that closely. I doubt it. Because then it would just be like a picture of the knights and then the thing rattling for like 20 minutes. All these enemies are like, oh no, it's the light warriors that we start hitting. And we're like, oh god, it's the light warriors. The night light warriors. Arachnids strike first, of course. This seems like a good place to use an AoE. When we get actually into the cave and we're hitting like really tough enemies, I might do some running just to make certain that we save our spell charges. Yeah! Yay! Unicorn is ridiculously handy when you got poison coming at you. Apparently it'll also cure stone mid-battle, which in previous games you could not cure mid-battle, I think, at all, even with a soft in the previous version, I should say, not previous games. All right. Ugh. The good news is I think these guys are just pretty weak to physical, so we'll just slap them around a bit. Woohoo! So how many among you have actually played this game originally on the NES? I have. I assume Canary, maybe you have? I don't know about you, Grep. Did you ever play it? Ah, okay. Ah, well, it's kind of retro new to me, too, since they updated it. Ad break coming up, but I don't think we'll make it to the boss before that, so, okay. Ugh, these guys are really annoying. Goblin Punch! I've never played any of the Dragon Warrior games, / Dragon Quest games, and they have a 2.5D remake of the first three that I have been eyeing up. But I've got so many unfinished games, I'm like, well, let's see what I otherwise do first. Nope, don't want any of this business. So I think it's this one. I don't want to waste. Yeah, I don't want to waste spell charges on it. Failed to run. Paralyzed. Alright. The one thing that could really trip us up is if somebody dies before we get there, because there's no life potion. I think it's this one. Yep. That. And... yeah, I think we're well set. Let's go for it! Ah, only 2. This is randomized, apparently. So you can get between 2 and 9. I prefer 2. Let's use the highest fire. Let's use lightning 2. Let's have Golem protect us. Oof, 80 damage. 31 damage, okay. Haha! How you like them apples? Progress sound! And since I've been cheating, I actually, like, collected all the treasures in here because I used this place to, like, farm money for a while, so... Now we can just move on. This was the crown, if you'll remember, that was... owned by the totally not suspicious elf in the northern castle, who I'm sure is 100% on the level. Let's unicorn our poison away. Of course. Oh, come on. After I unicorned? I guess I'll have to use one of my 36 antidotes. I'm getting cocky again, so I'm sure something is going to hit us real hard. Nope. Ugh, monsters always strike first. I wonder if there's a mechanic because I'm running, but I feel like when I tried it, and I tried not running and just doing the walk cycle, it still ran into this a whole bunch. Alright, scum and villainy. Whoop. How do you feel about lots of fire damage? Lots of fire damage. And a goblin punch! There it is. Okay. Dang it! Oh, wait. They're dead, so we'll cremate them. So the back and forth I always have with myself on these games and Squaresoft games in general, hey, levels up, is whether or not I think Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy VI is my favorite game. And it's still to this day a really hard question. it. Really, guys? It's tough. It's like always... It always feels like whichever one I played last. I think, from a technology standpoint, Chrono Trigger is superior, but that's not fair. But also from a story standpoint, holy hell, Chrono Trigger is still pretty freaking amazing. I think Final Fantasy VI has a lot more, like, hit harder adult feel moments than Chrono Trigger does. Not that Chrono Trigger doesn't have, like, some real emotional moments, but... And then I've never played the Mana series, so I've never played it long enough to judge it, I should say. Because I was so frustrated by the system not being turn-based that I kind of like turned away from it. But I've heard those are actually really amazing games, and I should give them a chance. Yeah. A Grolf! I think? Let's see how we do with this. I liked the art style a lot. But again, it kind of reminiscent of Chrono Trigger. A kind of anime-ish art style. And Secret of Mana has a really weird pedigree, because it came out of Final Fantasy Adventure for the Game Boy, which was Squaresoft's answer to Zelda? Which is part of the reason it's a little bit... like, the system is weird and it's more action RPG. And I've played a little bit of that game, and it's good, but clunky. But it's probably clunky because it's like their first try at something like that. Because, yeah, Square did 2 Final Fantasy games that both became spin-off series for the Game Boy. There was Final Fantasy Adventure, which is actually the first story in Mana. And then there was Final Fantasy Legend, which kind of played like this, but that ended up being a spin-off series called Saga. So... And Final Fantasy Legend was... You think this is hard. Oh my god. Yeah, it is nice. It feels like we're getting our revenge story here. Oh, an asp? Oh no! I cut that snake in half. So I'm gonna go back to town and save. The ogres are especially sweet, because I used to fear them, and now I think I can one-shot them with ennui. Boom! I don't know if you were on the last time I pointed this out, Canary, but I find this funny. Because that text used to be, don't forget if you leave your game, and then when you came back it said, Make sure you hold reset while you turn off the power button, because that was a way to make certain that the NES lockout chip wouldn't shock the battery and cause you to lose your saves. But of course, that's irrelevant now. Come back soon! Buy a few potions before we go up there. This is also just kind of fun, because, like, now at this stage in the game, money ain't no object. Yeah, I went to the inn and saved. Okay, just checking with my head. I guess I could have just fought with Canary. But Goblin Punch is probably a bit extreme for this crazy little wolf here. This last wolf was like, I take it back, we weren't hungry. Ugh, monster strike first. So if you remember, this is the chapter of weird fetch quests. So, the prince in Elfington, Elfland or whatever, is asleep, and only an herb can save him. Matoya has that herb. Matoya has lost her crystal eye, and she can't find the herb for you without it. And then we've been told there is the evil elf prince who turned evil after years of jealousy, who's the one who cast the spell on the prince. And there was some other random elf king in a castle, maybe, hint hint, that wanted us to find a missing crown, and he would help us. Early days, stories were... What I think is kind of funny about Final Fantasy I is it feels like it could have been written as a D&D campaign. Oh, one thing I will mention that I did off-screen. I went back to the Temple of the Fiends, which is where we faced Garland. And that's where I got Kieran, who's the summon that gives us regen. But in talking to it, it said, this used to be a Temple of Light, and then the Darkness came. And it's pretty much the only thing I think I've run into that was narratively important. So... You guys don't want to fight us. Told you. I tried to warn him. Ooh, critical hit. Oh yeah, I do want to get in the habit of walking with the evoker forward. Just have a feeling like we should make sure we're healed up. No reason. Certainly not the Nintendo Power guidebook I read. Ha ha ha! I am Astos, King of the Dark Elves. I have Matoya's crystal. And you shall give me that crown! No! Alright, Astos. How do you feel about Blizzard? There's a joke to be made there, but I'm not gonna do it. And we'll take Gollum to protect us, because I don't know how hard you hit yet. I imagine it's gotta be hard. Ennui should be ultra boosted for his first hit. 86 damage, that looked good. 42 damage, okay. That's hard, but it's not the hardest we've seen. One thing they also made better in later games is you could actually see what status effects you have. Right now you just have to remember other than, like, poison. How about fast on Ennui? So fast is a weird spell. You cast it on a physical warrior, and it allows you to do more hits, so it's a hit multiplier. We've done... Let's do Rama. Let's see how it goes. Cremate, 80 damage. Attack boost 1. 0 damage. Thank you, Gollum. 187 damage. Terminated. Never mind. We're okay. 2,000 gold? Did we get the crystal, though? Oh, we did. It just didn't tell us. So now we go save. Monster strike first. So what games are folks playing right now? I have Slay the Spire too. I figured if we get a little fatigued from this, I could maybe pull that one out. It's supposedly early access, but to be honest, it doesn't feel early access. They kind of pulled a Hades 2 on it. It's a really good game. Oh, was that in the next fest? I didn't see that one. Which probably means I can't access it anymore. I don't remember where Matoya's cave is. I think she's north of Corneria, and if that's the case, I'm actually going to save money and rest in Corneria. So is it like a building simulator game, or is it one of those, like, the objectives can't be failed, this is kind of a palette for you to paint on kind of games, or somewhere between? Oh no, poison! Whatever will I do? Maybe spend one of my 39 potions on it. Proving once again the truest superpower is being rich. Wow, that's odd. Wow! I don't know why we're protected from the power of gaze. Gaze normally would paralyze you. I don't know if it's a level thing or if it's something we're wearing. Okay. Okay, that's cool. I might have to try that. Yeah, so check this out. Here, if I talk to this lady, this is Cornelia, the Dream City. Now, if I talk to her as him, does she say something different? Okay, bad example. Let's talk to this guy. Some townspeople react differently depending on... Oh, he's the one who told me I should do that. You know what? Never mind. These are all bad examples. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Ooh. It does sound like a fun... It sounds like it could be a jam that I like. Do they have a projected date, or is it just like some quarter in this year? I think I'm taking the long way. Chance to strike first. Now this is where I kind of feel like we're the bad guys. Just saw a bunch of imps in the forest, like, they might fight us. I think I'm just gonna kill all of them. Matoya, great news! You don't have to be blind anymore. Does this still say the same thing? So this was cool back in the Nintendo era. It was not in the manual how you could open the map. And then you had to see this where it said Tekles be Husep. And if you were an enterprising young child, you'd be like, oh, that's push V select. Reminds me a little bit of there was a I think it was the first Muppet feature film, which was The Frog Prince. And I think it was also the first one that starred Robin, which is turned out later to be Kermit's nephew or something. But an evil witch had cast a spell on the princess to, like, scramble her ability to speak. So, and then the evil witch, like, married her dad or something. So she kept on saying to everybody, bake the hall in the candle of her brain. And what she was saying was, break the ball on the handle of her cane. And the Frog Prince figures it out and then lets her talk again. I can see! You have no more business here, go! She's just gonna say that to everybody. Oops. I just wanted to yell. Okay, let's go. So, Matoya was neutral. She, like, wasn't really that interested in helping, but for her crystal, she'd help. Yeah, that'll be funny. Since we're gonna save at a hotel that costs 30 gold, I'm, like, not really worried about wasting a spell charge. Real funny. 180. They'll teach you to come out of the grass and try to stab me. Alright, more iconic, chat. Zelda or Final Fantasy? And are they opposed to each other? I feel like this is the Star Trek Star Wars debate, where a lot of people are actually like, why pick? And then other people are like, no, one is clearly better. Sea hags. I bet Lit 2 will be funny. Yeah, they don't care about fire much. Lightning, however... Yeah, I think you're probably right. I feel like Final Fantasy was niche until... Niche, I should say, not niche. Until Final Fantasy VII. One of the best descriptions of Final Fantasy VII I've heard was actually from... I can't remember if it was the Retro Gamers podcast that talked about it, or if it was Dr. Gameology's podcast, but they said Final Fantasy VII is basically the Star Wars of RPGs. Like, yeah, space operas existed, and they had a powerful, like, following before that. But no one really cared about them beyond, like, their group until Final Fantasy VII came out. Hey, Prince! He's waking! Is this a dream? Are you the Light Warriors? Is this for real? Where are my pets? So, as legend says, I give you the Mystic Key. I feel fine now, thank you. Thank you. Peace will return to Elfland. I mean, he's still just laying in bed. Is there anything in here to open with the Mystic Key now that we have the Mystic Key? Is Remake Series something people would be interested in me playing on stream? I've played through it already, but I did really enjoy how much of it I've played so far. It's true, I did that this morning. How do I get out there? This is just like a courtyard. I have to go around this, maybe? Let's see, if I go beyond this and it... Nope, that's the way. Okay. No, it's not you? Ah, there you are. You have monster magic flowing through you. I can smell it. I have a challenge for you. Will you accept? Did I already do this one? I have to have already done this one, but let's find out. Fight the eye. No, I did already do that one. Okay. We found a silver hammer. We found 400 gold. We found 330 gold. We found a copper sword. Okay. I think we want to trade the silver hammer. I'm the only one who can use the silver hammer? Well, I guess it's gold then. Where's the copper sword? Okay, I'm confused. It did say there was a copper thing, right? Was it maybe not a sword? It was some kind of armor? There's copper... Ah, it is some kind of armor. Copper what? Copper gauntlets. And only I can use them, of course. And it's not as good as that. Iron armor I don't need anymore. I wonder if I could wear the gauntlets and the shield at the same time? Let's try. I can. Okay. Can I wear bracelets and chain? No. I think the warrior's main power is he can he can use stuff. I didn't really need to do that, I guess, but... Now here's where it gets foggy. We have the Mystic Key. So one thing we should do is go back and loot everything. Canary, try to hit. Yeah, 61 damage. 183 damage. Yeah, wolves, you don't mean anything to me now. Ugh. I gotta... Like, I'm not worried about the damage, I just don't want to wait. I know, you all want to hit me. Go ahead and try. There's plenty of this to go around. Lit 2 is going to take care of this anyway. I think that's going to wipe the board. Ooh, pirates, I think? I wonder if Kizoku translates to pirates or something. Somewhere along the lines, I forgot how to play these kinds of games in the sense of I try to save too much, like I don't ever want to rely on consumables, and I don't know why I got into that habit. Because in these games, like early game especially, it's like buy potions, use potions, save spells. And that was true all the way up through Final Fantasy VI. How do I get down there? Well, this is the treasury, so I think this is the right way to go. Mystic Key! We found a saber sword. Silver knife. Iron stave. Iron shield, already got it. Can't carry the iron armor. Found TNT! Okay, that's the progression. So, and one thing they did do in this game, because they recognized it might be hard, is they played that extra sound to let you know this is a story item. Let's trade. Can the silver sword be used by Krista? 10 versus, yep, okay. Saber is damage 13. You've got the silver sword. Saber can only be used by the two of us, so that's no point. Iron is damage 14, but you've already got one, so we will sell those. Everything else we're selling. And then armors. Yeah, we have no room. We gotta go sell some stuff. It's a bummer that no one can use the silver hammer, but me. Okay. Oops. You've got that, which we already have a copy of. Silver knife, large knife. Okay, I want to equip the silver knife, so I'll sell the large knife. My little tonberry. There we go, okay. We're not gonna not equip stuff anymore. I can learn. He's using everything he's got. Copper. It's funny, copper is more expensive because it's more versatile, but chainmail is significantly better. Which, now that I think about it, works out greatly in my favor. Yes. Okay. Now we have room for new loot. Hooray! How are we doing on items? If we're over 30, I think we're good. The last time I went around this way... Iron armor. That'll fetch a nice price. The Temple of Fiends has a place with the Mystic Key, I'm pretty sure. So let's go to it. Grimps! I ain't scared of no Grimps. Canary, I'm gonna take away your iron staff. Hydrate! It's not in there. It's over there, maybe. Phone, but where are Thugs in Harmony? How's that for dating myself? Nope, that wasn't the one with the Mystic Key, because we've already been there. Let's be over here. Alright! Good job, Grep. There's one we haven't seen before. Cremate! Fur 2. Goblin. Wonder what we'll get in here. Rune sword? Okay. You have my attention. 23. Use effective hit. So, spellcaster. Is that saying Grep should have it? Crit 2.5, crit 2.5. think we could afford to try it, even though it's lower attack. That's weird, but... 74 damage. No, I want to see what the sword does. It's definitely got a cooler animation. Terminated. Man, gargoyles are protecting all of these things. Sucks to be gargoyles. The Whir Sword. Where sword? Okay, 23, 18. Effective on where be... Okay, so it's what it's strong against. So if you have a spellcaster... Okay. That makes sense to have multiple slots for weapons, then, in case you need to switch. Oh, wait. You can use swords as items, and sometimes things happen in this game. We should try that. Soft! That'll be important. Wow, you always hit a gargoyle when you hit that one square. Now what I don't know is if you use it as an item, does it use it up? Okay. We bled this place dry. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. Why do I fight the strong guys? I don't belong here. Trying to think of where else we might have seen Mystic Key rooms. Astos' castle, probably. Is there anything in Provoca? Any of you guys remember? I feel like we were blocked by the Mystic Key a lot. Really? One guy? Are you on a canoe? those guys on that ship. They just killed that kayaker. Healer, weapon. Is there anything unmarked? Just the inn. No. What other items do they have here? Cabins are good. Maybe we'll get... Well, we got lots of gold. Maybe we'll get 5 of them. This is another thing that was abandoned in later games. Paying to save the game. Although at least at the inns, you can save without paying. Yeah, I kind of understood it in Resident Evil, but that was primarily because it was like a... It was a survival game, so that kind of made sense. Like, I see where they were coming with it, but most... Yeah, it still wasn't fun. Where am I going? I need to go to the dwarf kit. Yeah, that's true. We just left our systems on. Ogres, really? Wow. Way to go, Crystal. Oh yeah, and she has that powerful knife now. Okay, I'm curious. Effective on werebeasts. What happens if I just use it? If he gets a chance to. Nothing. Okay. I was wrong. It does! It does look like pink pole. Also welcome! I like your avatar. And your new glasses. There. I think this is how we get to the Dwarf Cave. Well, there's some wolves. Let's cremate them. I may have ground up a little bit, Crystal, by the way, so, the game might take some time to catch up to me now. Am I going the right way? Yes, but I gotta go south. I am the Game Boy! I am the one who wins! Oh man, these wolves are hitting for 2 damage. What will I do? Next hit, the very rare Super Ogre comes out. I think I did go the wrong way. Let me look. Yep, I was supposed to go over this way. Listen, wolves. Ain't nobody got time for this. Bad dog, stop your nonsense. There it is. Okay. $72. Oh, that's kind of a waste. Should have spread that out more. So, Crystal, what's your opinion? More iconic, Zelda, or Final Fantasy? I don't think there's anything Mystic Key in here. Maybe there was. Yep, I've got TNT. I'm Dynamite! Need adamant. Yes, indeed, this TNT is just what I needed. I need to finish my canal. Excuse me while I get to work. This was blocked by the Mystic Key. We found a tent. Found an iron hat. Found a novice hammer? Dragon sword? What the heck is a dragon sword? Still not as powerful as silver. And nobody can use the novice hammer. Silver sword, okay. Wooden hat. Can't carry silver armor, that will be important. I found a whole house in that box. Alright, I need to sell some stuff. Because I want that silver. Is there anything, like, boring enough that I could just drop it? Wooden hat, absorb 3. Evade negative. Yeah, you can just go. Going back for the silver armor, man. Alright, armor. Who can use it? He's got chain. He's got iron. I will trade chain for silver. Makes sense. And equip it. He can't use that. Iron hat, only I can use that. I've got a cap. So absorb 1 versus absorb 5. Trade that. Okay, I think that's as good as we got at the moment. Wooden hat would have probably been better than cap, so I probably should have dropped the cap, but oh well. Yeah, I mean, I think Final Fantasy personally has made a bigger impact in my life. But I think the point was made earlier that's a good one, that is, Zelda's a lot wider spread. Did I not equip the cap? I will check after I fuck up some wolves here. You know, like you do. Oh. There's the ship. Yeah, come on. Cremate the doggies. Don't take that out of context. Not gonna get a chance to, because we froze them all. Krista, you are cold as ice. Let's go save. Now I think that opened up the north. Random battles, random battles. That was the real reason you loved the airship when you got it? Nothing can reach you in the airship. Yeah, that's how we get out. So let's go save. I don't want to bother with this right now. I feel like Doctor Who. I'm running as a kindness to you. Alright, let's save and sell crap we don't need. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we run under decks and then just, like, pull the sail as hard as we can, but how do you pull the sail under deck? I don't know. Look, man, I don't make the rules, I just exploit them. Alright. To the open sea! Or to fight a wolf, I guess. Then to the open sea! While this plays out for a second, I most certainly am not looking up a guide to remember what happens next. I don't know why you would say that. This castle, Marsh Cave. I'm just listing places we've been. Don't worry about it. Man, that's right. Unplayable. Or unwatchable. To the sea! Listen, two guys. The ship just killed those paddle boarders. Alright, now we're supposed to go to Melmond first, I think. If I'm looking at this map right, I think that should be up in this little area. Yes! Let's look around for a portal first. Just to see if there's something new for Canary to learn here. I don't remember. I guess not. You look like you want to teach me something. Paralisk! Ooh, insta-kill spell. But how do I learn it? Oh. Well, that'll make it easy. I don't want to take any risks here. Oh, come on! It's just two brothers. Two brothers. Did he learn it? He learned it, right? Or does it have to be cast on him? Nope, it has to be cast on him. Well, that's some bullshit. Alright, where's the reviver guy? Is there really no church in this godless town? Really? Normally there's like a reviver, right? I hope my prices... Well, I hope they're not too low! There's no one to revive in Melma. That's really obnoxious. What's this guy? Pass through the Titan's tunnel south to find Sandra the Sage. Goddamn. Alright. I guess we're gonna go back to another town, unless is there another town here? No, not on this continent. Oh, he's just taking a nap. No, I don't want to be this imbalanced in experience that one of the characters will, like, take forever to level up compared to the rest. It's especially obnoxious that the Renaissance Games people put the summon spell that has the insta-kill, or the blue magic spell that has the insta-kill, in a town with no clinic. Like, that's just rude. I've been stared to death. You spiders don't frighten me. For a long time as a kid, I didn't like in Final Fantasy IV's English translation how they called it swoon. Like, that's what it said on your status. But I felt like that was more in line with it because there's, like, out of HP and there's death. And I don't think in Final Fantasy those are canonically the same. Like, out of HP is I am down and bleeding out. And so, like, swoon actually was a good call on Woosley's part. Oops. I'm a glutton for punishment. Hit my mage, please. Not him. Alright. Let's do stuff that won't... paralysis, no. Darkness. Use your silver sword. Use your iron thing. Darkness! Okay, it knocked him out. Does he have to... He better not have to, like, stay awake for the end of the battle to get this. Grep learned Squint! He's face down in the mud. I learned it! It was great. Now we're gonna go revive our friends. Whee! Being a completionist is hard. I don't want that on video without me also saying I am not a completionist. So do not expect that of me. Dang it! Betrayed by my own moderators and RoboDog. Right. Now we can actually go to Melmond and, like, talk and see what people... What are the problems people are facing? Nah, don't wanna. We're the Light Warriors. Oh, do you have a deadly basilisk? Can I see it? Ow. It's gonna drive me crazy. Alright. What do you say? This town was invaded by the vampire. The clinic was destroyed. Oh, there we go. And the town was cursed? Alright. This guy is the I like turtles kid of this town. I'm a farmer. My farm. Warriors, revive the power of the orbs! Warriors, revive the power of the orbs. I saw an old man in a gray robe enter the the Earth Cave before the vampires showed up, but he never came out. Okay. I am Jim. My home is in the dwarf village, but I am here investigating. Say, you're a blue mage. Would you like to spar with my pet? Oh, man. Well, I just saved. Saria? What am I doing with a Saria? It's a therapy animal for when I travel. Alright. My comfort Saria. Oh yeah, it's very comforting. And we gotta do that thing where we wait for it to attack. Grab! It doesn't matter if he dies, but he won't learn it if he doesn't take the hit. Oh, I should have... Alright. I forgot. He has a skill specifically for this. Yay, it was ineffective. Now we can beat you to death. Violence is bad, kids. I might want to use some magic on this guy. His skin's pretty thick. Alright. How do you feel about being cremated? Or punched by a goblin! Well, he didn't like it. There we go. Prep needs more data? I didn't know that could happen. Alright, Prep, more data for you. That's true. It's like they know you. Okay, ice is pretty effective. Alright. Oh, wait. I bet I know what's going on. If we look at your magic, I bet that's a level 5 spell, and you can't learn level 5 spells yet. Okay. Well, that was valuable knowledge. Well, I don't think it's a matter of how many times we do it. I think it says that if there's no slot to put it in. Fur 3, Fire Elemental. Poison. Transports the party to the previous... Ooh, I kind of want that. How many spell slots do you have left in 5? Oh, we don't have 5 for you either. Okay. Well, we won't worry about that then. I think we finally found something that beats silver. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I've been staying at hotels with wanton abandon. Holy... What were you saying about how much I have? Alright. Let's go find this vampire. Titan's Tunnel. Oh. Once you've won it... Why did they do this out of order? So we need to go to the Earth Cave. Just on this, like, dragon tail part of the island there. Just making sure. There's a dock over there, I'll be mad. I don't think there's a dock over there. It's too bad that wolves don't carry a lot of cash. So I wonder if after I beat the vampire, if they'll rebuild a clinic? I also suspect it was called a clinic because Nintendo of America was very weird about religious imagery. So the Japanese version, it might have been church. Stop it! Of course they strike first. Why wouldn't they strike first? And more shadows to kill. Like, I know I've been grinding a lot, but those prices made me wonder if, like, the game is about to go, okay, you think you're tough, huh? A Groger? You know what? I want to try it. Nice! His name is Baby Yoda. Alright, so I got a bunch of saving items, right? All spell charges, Alright. Because I don't know what this vampire is going to be all about. Ooh. New music, though. Something called the Hall of the Giants. He's in floor B3. Okay. Well, let's see how bad it gets if I go up this way. I like this new chiptune. Cobras! They're new. Do they like being set on fire? Oh, perfect. Confused him first, hopefully. I'm sure there was confused in the original version of this game, but I think it was a lot more rare than it was in the later series. Everybody's picking on that middle guy. How much money do we get for Cobras? That's underwhelming. Oh, gargoyles. We know you guys. Problem. Oh. I think that'll probably clear him out. What's in here? A thing! I'm fighting the earth. Can I squint at it? That'd be funny. Let's use Golem to protect ourselves. Ineffective. That tracks. $23 damage. 5 damage. Stone Skin were off. Oh, but that was with Stone Skin. Ew. Fight him. Darkness might be useful. Bring out the big guns. Okay, he can't be blinded. He can be hit 4 times. Okay. 768 gold and whatever's in here. 1975 gold. Okay. That's a lot of asp. I'm gonna take that out of context. what are you gonna do with all that asp? Poison me. Yeah, that makes sense. Problem. Punch! Nice asp. Doesn't seem very nice. That asp, though. I like this game! Got about 2 minutes to an ad break, and it's been a little while since I've gone to the bathroom, so that'll probably be a... Oop, bio break. I can tell by my ears bleeding that one of us is poisoned. I think it's over here. What the hell are those? Bull! Bull feels like he might be susceptible to squint. And confusing the bull seems very useful. No, I was hoping we'd go first. Alright, fire. It's a good amount of damage. Ineffective. Okay. Why don't y'all punch each other for a while? Yeah, that's right. Nice. Woohoo! Oh, bulls carry a lot of gold. This is B2. Kiki, but... so B2, to get to B3, we need to go... Okay, I think I got it. I've had enough of your bull. I feel like one good hit from this guy can take Canary down, so... Is that a Night Court reference? It's been a long time. Oh my god. Map is really small. Oh, dead asp. Let's just do heat. Fire. I mean, these guys don't hit that hard. They can just poison everyone, apparently. You fight. You fight. You fight. You call on a unicorn friend. Oh, well. Hey, but we leveled up. That's good. I just realized I think I missed the ad break entirely. Ah! But despite missing the ad break, I still think I'm going to take my own break. So I will see you guys in just a minute. Alright, I am back, and I have some more Diet Coke, which is fuel. So we had Stove Trap, Rat Shaker, Safety Inspector, and then the crickets, yeah? I don't know why it is the crickets. I mean, frogs always sounded vaguely rude, so maybe they don't feel like awkward quiet. Okay. You know, I should probably start running to save my spell charges. Ow. Alright. I mean, there's a door right there. We might as well check it out. Monsters strike first. What are these? These are images. You know, I'm still saving my spell charges. I don't know what this vampire is going to do to us. Can't run away from your image. Okay, there we go. Tent, that's useful. And expensive in this game. What's the fire about? Kiki! Who's Kiki? Nah, I don't really want to fight you. Don't get me wrong, I can win. Seems like Crystal is our best runner. Oh, another Earth? Ugh, okay. I'm gonna fight you. I think physical was what worked best on this last time, so let's do... that, and... Goblin. I want to save my golem. I'm getting greedy. I'm getting greedy. Oh, okay. And we leveled up. Okay. Maybe I panicked. 3,400 gold. So you can afford some of that stupid expensive stuff in town. No, I don't really want to fight this. Can I run from wizards now? We'll see. Can't run from wizards. Oh, noes. I've made a terrible mistake. At least they're all hitting the guy with the strongest armor. Alright. If that's what you guys want, I'm gonna save cremate. Scorch. Ice 2. Goblin. 6? Ugh, okay. I was hoping for a little more than that. That too. Okay. Continue fighting. Heal him. Just fight, I guess. Oof. A little better. There we go. Okay. Wizards, did you bring a lot of gold at least? Yes, you did. Okay. Well, that was a little bit of a wake-up call. Up in here. Let's take care of the vampire before I open any more boxes that might have a guaranteed hit in front of them. Oh, come on. Alright, well at least there's only 2 of them. Okay. I think the vampire's in here. All living things were born to die. No one can defeat me, the vampire! Let's do a war cry. You should use your cremate. Fire 2. Golem to protect us. I feel like rumors about this vampire were greatly exaggerated. I found Ruby! Who's Ruby? Now I think I need to go here to see that I can't move this plate. I sense something evil. Oh, this is probably the first fiend. Oh, I don't want to fight a cockatrice, or cockatrice, or however you pronounce it. These can turn you to stone. No weapon forged, it took an army, yada yada. Oh, Groger! Oh, come on. Also, oh, come on. I think this should be the last round for Grogers. Yeah. Now we just have to survive getting out of here. We gotta be back anyways, so... Oh, fuck. Alright. Well, that's why I saved this. Oh, and she did it first. Good. It hits hard, but at least there's only one. Not being able to run from an enemy in this game is, like, really OP, actually. Okay. Let's continue our climb. Now these we can run from. If we're not paralyzed. Think down. Okay. Yeah. Run! Okay, B3. Or no, B2. No thanks. This just looks like a big ball of not fun. Bulls! I might fight them for the gold. We'll see if that's an absolutely terrible idea in a second. Oof. Cold Bowl. Okay. There it is. Okay. Well, geez. This doesn't seem cool at all. I feel like if we try to run, they're gonna, like, wreck us. Kate Sith. Perfect. Ice gargoyle. So there's one that might still hit us. But in the meantime... Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Ooh. Floor B1. So there is a place in here that's infamous for being a place to grind, which is definitely not something I think we should be doing right now. Oh, good. Called the Hall of Giants. Giants are like very, very tough ogres. This should at least do something. Yeah. Maybe after we save. Hey, we killed one, yay! Oh, and now we're paralyzed. That's cool. Can you run? Failed to run. Try it again. There we go. Close call? Yeah, you're not kidding. I was hoping it'd be more monsters that can paralyze us. Oh, that's right. These only do darkness. Man. Now, if I remember right, that doesn't recover spell charges. It does not. Okay, so... we're very close to town, I think. Well, we're a bit of a walk from town, but I think we'll make it. Not if Canary keeps messing with his cane. Yay! It's a little less hurtful every round. Oof. Why? Another quirk of game design at this time, when you didn't have a lot of memory on your cart, and you wanted people to feel like they got a value for their money, you had to use other means of making it take longer. Hey, look, we're at an end! Now let's see what we got here as far as magic. Do we have level 5 spells now? Okay. I think it probably makes sense for Crystal to get warp just to make our lives not hell. So when we're trying to leave a dungeon, we can just warp our way up one. Actually, I think armor might be better than weaponry at this point. Yeah. Oof. That is spendy. Armor. Silver. So silver is 15, copper is 4. Okay, that's a big upgrade. I'm gonna get one for Canary too. And we'll sell crystals, copper, and Canary's copper. How much does the inn cost in this town? It's insane, right? I'll save. Oh, it's only 100. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, We've been grinding for a while, so what I think I'm gonna do is let's take a break from this. Maybe we'll play one run of Slay the Spire 2, and then maybe call it from there. What do you guys think about that? Very good, very good. Okay. Switch back to chat here so you guys don't have to see how the sausage is made. And we are looking for... Canary, have you ever played the original Slay the Spire? Ah, okay. Oh, you haven't either, Graham. You'd probably like this one. Update the stream information. And library. Take me a second to find it. Sounds good. I should only be a second. I just need to adjust graphics settings and everything. So we want not full screen, 1920 by 1080. Everything else was set properly. Cool. So then we'll go into game scene, game capture, and we want to Slay the Spire 2. Maybe. It's the problem with studio mode is I can't see the screen very well. Is that I said about not telling you how the sausage is made? Ha ha ha. Okay. And game scene. This game is kind of quiet, and it's even more quiet with their default settings. I actually went into sound and turned this up to 90%. I'm going to turn it up to 100, actually. I don't know why, but they have it set to start at 50% when you first play it, for some reason. So, yeah. We go in here. Right now, the only thing we have open is the Ironclad. I hope Canary's paying attention, because I'm going to get him addicted to a game. Yeah, brief tutorials are fine, for now. Act 1, the Overgrowth. Select a room to travel to. To move up in the spire, pick a room to enter. Once you complete the room, pick an adjacent room to keep climbing. So, looking up here... Yeah. Let's start here. So got like a frilled lizard here. Defeat enemies by playing cards from your hands. Cards require energy to play. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn and your energy is replenished. Play defensive cards to gain block when enemies are about to attack you. Play block reduces incoming attack, but wears off at the start of your turn. You can see what the enemy's intent is above. If it's intent on attacking you, block. Makes sense. So we've got 2 block cards here, and then we'll hit him once. So he's only going to hit us for 1. We can make him vulnerable. Defend against his 6. If there are no more cards to draw, your discard pile is shuffled into your draw pile. Since he's not going to attack, I'm going to take this opportunity to hit him a bunch. Ooh, but he got stronger. 6. Not going to matter. That's funny. Take some gold, and then we'll add a new card. So we can just apply some vulnerable. We can lose 2 HP, but gain 16 block. That's pretty cool. Deal 7 damage and gain 2 strength. I'll do the vulnerable for now. You really have to adjust to what you get, too. It's one of those kinds of games, so... It's only got 14. They're going to hit me for 4 and 3. You know what? Let's do this. I'll make the big one vulnerable for next time, and I'll block everything they give me. Ah, but he spit slime on me. So you draw a predefined number of cards. And if you get a card that does nothing, that's how that's one of the ways they debuff you. And some of them have cards that do bad things to you, which is even worse. We're not going to be able to block much of that, so... Quit spitting slime on me! Any card you use is discarded. And any card you don't use when you run out of energy is discarded as well. So if you have the energy to use it and you want to apply the buff, you should use it. The only thing to look out for there is if the card says exhaust, it isn't discarded. It's taken out of battle until your next turn. And that's when you want to like, oh, okay, maybe I'm just going to let this get discarded instead of using it. Yeah, I think that's my best bet. Ah, the slime! Tremble! Defend! Hit you. Pretty sure this version of the game is nicer to you, because I think in the first one, the slime card, this says draw 1 card, then exhaust it. In the other one, I think the slime card is just like, all you get to do is exhaust the card. That's it. Woohoo! We beat him. 15 gold, and power cards apply a buff to you when used. Buffs remain for the duration of a single combat. So we have... I love Anger. This is a great card. So you deal 6 damage, and then you get a copy of that card in your discard pile. So you just keep getting more of them. You spot an enormous shambling beast chase off a green bird. In the alcove the bird fled from, a single unguarded egg lies abandoned. Your stomach gurgles. I don't think we need the HP that much. You scoop up the egg and stow it, thinking it may hatch into something useful later. Oh, it's a shrinker beetle. They make me angry. I should have hit Tremble first. Now I'm shrunk. And if you highlight yourself, you can see what that means. So while Shrinker Beetle is alive, your attacks deal 30% less damage. This card doesn't do anything and is unplayable right now. That's fine. Oh yeah, Cycle of Anger. Don't take that out of context. You're not going to make it, so I'm not going to worry about blocking. 18 gold, Fire Potion, that deals 20 damage. Potions are one-time use, either buffs or effects. And then 8 damage if the enemy is vulnerable, hits twice. 17 damage and exhaust the top card of your draw pile, or gain 5 block, gain 5 damage. Yeah, do that. Now here is the vendor. I always check these first, but because these are relics. They're just passive effects that stay with you, but we can't afford any of them. He always has a card on sale. In this case, it's Inflame, which is okay. I think one of the most valuable things we could do right now is probably get rid of a basic strike so that we get more of the other kinds of strikes. Play the top card of your draw pile and exhaust it. No. I'll buy the Inflame. Who are these little guys? They are slippery, so they're only going to take 1 damage. The first time. That's for the duration of the battle. I want to get those started. Then I'll defend. Then I'll strike again. Iron Wave this guy. Defend. And it doesn't matter because it's only going to do 1 the first time. Iron Wave you. Tremble you. Defend. Anger. Strike. I should have bashed first. Let's block. Oh, didn't matter. Never mind. I are bad at math. Deal 12 damage to all enemies, costs 1 less energy for each attack played this turn. Those are interesting cards, because right now it costs 3, which would be, like, that's everything you're going to do that turn. But if you can attack several times before it, you could make it be 0, potentially. I want to make certain we stay up on block. Let's hatch our egg. Now we've got a bird swoop. We have a bird friend. Inflame. Iron Wave. Let's see, 5. It's going to do 8. Oh, I can anger. And then defend. There we go. Shrug it off. Bash him. Tremble. It made me vulnerable. Anger card. And let's see. Rage is another really fun card. Whenever you play an attack, you gain some block. And it costs nothing. We like cards that cost nothing. Sometimes. Who do we got here? So... 16 worth of damage coming my way. This guy is the strongest. Frail makes your defense cards less effective, which is... I'll be honest, I don't like it. Rage! Anger! Nice. Bash ya. Put some block in. Doesn't matter. Alright, Battle Trance. Draw 3 cards and cannot draw any more this turn. Block. Gain 7 block and exhaust a random card. That's... 13 damage. Apply 1 weak, 1 vulnerable. You know, I'm actually going to skip these. None of these really fit with what I'm doing. So. And what I've learned about these games is it's better to have less cards in your deck that you will use than extra cards that are just going to take up room for something. This is the Gorget. At the start of each combat, gain 4 plating. So you gain block, and plating is reduced by 1 at the start of your turn. Okay. Let's go this way. You narrowly avoid stepping on a bright, sharp seed. Its unmistakable color gives away that it's a sapphire seed. Weren't these incredible seeds supposed to be extinct? Legends say that consuming one can greatly amplify your endurance, but what if you plant it and nourish it instead? Ooh, enchant a card with sown. The first time you play it, you gain an energy. That's awesome. Let's do that on Mr. Birdman. You scour the overgrowth and find a pot with good aeration. Then you trek around, searching for an untouched spot where light peeks through a cracked wall. Carefully, you reinforce the pot with bark and vine to camouflage it. Fill it with loamy, nutrient-rich soil and nestle the seed just beneath the surface. Finally, you gather dew from nearby plants and pour it over the soil. Grow, little seed. Unknowingly, the sapphire seed attaches to you spiritual, thankful of your hard work. Let's fight an elite! Uh-oh, it's your mom. And that's not an urban diss. That's actually your mom, I think. I'm sorry, I took care of your bird friend and he's mine now. Rage. Inflame. Bash. Ooh. Well, I'll get 6 down. Shrug it off for 8. Defend. Sorry, your other bird is going to attack you. It's kind of the height of rudeness to hit somebody with their child, but whatever. He's going to hit me for 18. Might as well block it all. And... anger. Strike. Rage. Bash. And then bird. Killed by its child. I feel a little bad. Gain some block. Start combat with 1 strength. That's nice. And then... ooh, what we got here? Gain 8 block. Gain another 8 block if you have exhausted a card this round. Gain energy at the start of each turn. Yeah. I think we're just going to go straight into that. I like it. And we can build some anger. Strengthening up. Iron Wave you. Oh yeah, I've got that extra thing. So yeah, I'll upgrade strength. I should have done it first, but... Rage! Strike! Bird swoop! I don't know why Rage is defensive. It feels like it wouldn't be, but... extra energy can be really OP. Fire, 2 strength, 12 block. I think this one is probably my least likely to be used. I'd rather have the energy potion. So I could get another tremble. Whirlwind is an interesting one. So whenever you see an X on a card, it means you're going to do what it says on the card, exhausting all of your energy, and do the effect that many times. So this has a chance to be like an insane card. Yep. So let's see. This has 6 damage. Right now it do 24 damage. Can make it do 30. Is it worth taking 8? Well, I don't have anything to block. So yeah, go ahead. Oh no, I'm tangled. Everything costs more now. That enrages me. All right, we've got 12. Anger. 5 dexterity. Can be handy. You know what? I'm going to get rid of the damaging potion, because we got a lot of damaging stuff we can do. So let's take the dexterity and see if we've got something cool. Ooh, perfected strike. 6 damage plus 2 for every card that has the word strike in it. What's on sale? Stoke. Exhaust your card, draw a hand for each card exhausted. That's actually really risky. Twin strike. 5 damage twice, and it ups that other card. Is there anything to remove? Maybe one of my basic defends, because now I kind of want to keep the strikes. Yeah. Since we're going up against a boss, a floor boss, I'm going to heal up a little bit. Let's see what we got. Rage! Bird swoop! And bash. You. Inflame. Iron wave. That's all I can do. Oh, he's right above me, and he wants to do 27 damage. So if I apply some vulnerable, perfected strike. We could use this. Gain some block. He also gave me 3 wounds. What a jerk. Let's get Pyre going. Start some anger. Man, I thought we'd done more damage on this guy already. Guess not. Uh, 8 block and draw a card. That's good. Bird swoop, 17 damage. Tremble. 9 damage. 9 damage. We'll only take 1. I think I can handle that. Ah, wounds. Okay, this is the only way I'm going to get blocked this round. So, 21 damage. It's getting a little bad. Iron Wave, defend, bash. So he's gonna hit me for 19 out of my 27. Yeah, nothing I can do. Bash. Bird swoop. Twin strike. Hey, hey, we did it. So we've got Primal Force, which transforms all attacks into your hand into a giant rock, which deals 16 damage. Interesting. We've got Demon Form, where you gain strength at the start of your turn every time. And we have deal 4 damage twice, exhaust a random attack in your hand, and add the damage to the card. The floor bosses, especially before you unlock more cards, are usually very tough. Now we'll talk to him. A puppet has arrived? Can you check, Father? I'm too tired. We could, if you end your turn with unspent energy, gain an additional 2 energy next turn. Enchant all defends with Goopy. Goopy says this card gains exhaust when played. Permanently increase this card's block button. Whoa. I guess Pale's Tears. This way. Bugs! Alright, well, Bird Swoop this guy. Iron Wave this guy. Tremble this guy. Strike this guy. Defend. That's everything I had. Oh, at the end of a floor boss, you also heal up. Eight block, draw a card. Rage! 6 damage twice. I don't want to do on that guy. I want to do this on that guy. Then I'm going to do 6 damage twice on this guy. And that. And that. Dunzo. More anger. I love the anger cards. Beetles! Power, skill. I only have 1 attack. Oh, but it doesn't exhaust, so I might as well. I had 2 attacks. Should have done this first. I always throw on Pyre, even though it's a little costly. Takes care of that. That's all I can do. So they're going to hit me for 1 this turn. Shrug it off. Rage it. Anger on you. Strike on you. Strike on you. Well, I get to do 8 damage once. Okay. And I've got block for days. Anger. Birds. Strike. Draw 3 cards. That's not bad. Howl from Beyond. Deals 16 damage to all enemies at the start of your turn. Wait. At the start of your turn, plays from the exhaust pile. Also, if it ends up exhausting, you can play it from there. That's super weird. I want to know how that works. Three of them. And I don't have anything that defends, so might as well. Best defense is stabbing a guy in the eye. This is not life advice. Rage! Tremble! Sure. Right. Anger. Affected strike. Well, this doesn't matter, does it? Okay. Thanks, bird. This is why you always steal the eggs. Deal 9 damage, draw a card. Deal 9 damage, put a card from your discard pile on the top of your draw pile. That one's interesting sometimes. That's a fuzzy bug. Sure. Let's inflame. Giant rock this thing. Oh, it curled into a little ball. Okay, so he's not going to attack me this round, so it makes sense to apply some vulnerable. Perfected strike. I like how he curls up. It's really cute. Getting a little low on health. But I've got all my anger. Dead. Sword Boomerang. Aggression. At the start of your turn, put a random attack from your discard pile into your hand and upgrade it. Wow. This one. Okay, that'll help. I don't have any other... Oh, I do have another attack. Let's set that up. Set that up. And now Whirlwind. Okay, that's not too much damage for that big first hit. I forget what that does. Random attack card in your discard hand and upgrade it. Oh, Bird Swoop got upgraded. Awesome. Perfected Strike. Anger, Bash, Inflame. Inflame. Defend. Anger. Bird Swoop. What potions do I have? Let's draw some cards, see if we can get more block. No. That's fine. Just fine. but this is about to be funny. Man, this is going to be close. Might not make it. Did not make it. I was desecrated. Just my luck. So every time you play and get a new thing... Oh, well, it tells you here. In the timeline, reveal epochs to unlock cards. Epochs, epoxy, relics, and much more. It also tells a story. So play a single reveal. Mother of Resurrection, Niao, awakened from her slumber. Rise, champion. Again, again. Niao will now greet you at the start of each run. And these also apparently reveal story. So if we go back here... A void of nothingness, but then the world came into existence. It churned about and molded itself into that which tells stories. Along this story lay a planet named Prion, a mere speck in this universe. They say the great story about a spire took place there. New cards that might show up. The Ironclad Act 1. Yeah, champion. Lazy bones. Chrono. Wake up, Chrono. The Ironclad, a warrior from a faraway land, entered the spire, driven by pure instinct and accursed blood. He had lost all reason and identity. All who prevent his ascent shall perish until he perishes. Deal 10 damage, double the enemy's vulnerability, exhaust. Vulnerable enemies take 25% more, and gain 1 strength for each vulnerable enemy. Bog rolls in. News of the spire's reopening made its way to the Silent. She ferries a boat to the capital. The Silent sneaks past the gate wards with ease and enters the spire once more. Unlock Silent as a playable character. I think that's everything. Yep. So yeah, that's Slay the Spire. It's very similar to the first one. It's more refined, and it has a few new mechanics, but the first one is a fine place to start. It is very similar to this. The first one also has an Android version, which is handy. I also really like these devs because they were the first ones when Unity engine decided to do their bullshit where they were going to charge something like... They were going to start counting how many times Unity phoned home on a game and start charging the developers for it. I don't think you miss anything. Well, I don't know if you miss anything. I've never fully completed Slay the Spire 1, and there is, like, some mystery stuff to it, so maybe you do. Maybe you should play Slay the Spire 1. But if you like this, Slay the Spire 1 really does feel like more of the same. But anyway, Unity was doing this thing that was going to screw over little developers, because it meant the more popular your game is, the more likely you are to get a huge bill from them. And Slay the Spire 2 was all but done in the Unity engine. And the developers, who, by the way, since they were so, popular from the first game, they don't need the money, they would probably have been fine, but they just did 2 middle fingers up at him and switched entirely over to the open source Godot engine, restarting development on the game just to tell Unity to fuck off, and I really respect that. So, anyway, so we have made some progress in Final Fantasy. It's still a tough game, but it does feel surmountable. So yeah. I don't have a creator bump today, but I was going to look to see if there's any cool people to raid. Anybody I know, I should say. I don't think I'm going to raid a stranger today unless there's something really obvious jumping out at me. Let's look. No one I know is online right now, so I think we'll skip the raid, but thanks everybody for joining with me. These always help cool my mind and make me feel a little bit better about the world. So, like, you all being here, it really does mean a lot. And I love sharing these games with you. I hope you guys have some fun with it too. And yeah, I will see you guys on Tuesday unless something crazy happens. And yeah, follow your bliss. It's fleeting. Have a good day, everybody.